Tobago updates. Good morning, Tobago. Wake up with Kandace and...
Calling all voice actors. We need you. In 45 seconds or less, create a compelling voiceover that suits the energy of our ad. Selling why Trinidad and Tobago is the ultimate destination to film every story. Your voice or ad, the perfect combination. For your chance to win the cash prize and a one-on-one paid session with an international award-winning voiceover coach. Attach your voiceover to this video just like I did. Submit your entries by Thursday, June 15th. Calling all voice actors. Let's hear you.
Welcome back to Good Morning Tobago on Tobago Updates. And viewers, yes, as you saw from that, there's an interesting opportunity for those of you out there in the creative sector through Film TT. So joining us on set and to give us a better idea, a better perspective on what this is all about and how you can get involved, most importantly, we have Miss Aisha Manrique, and she's the Chief Judge and Voiceover Talent Coach here for Film TT. Good morning and welcome to you. How are you?
Calling all voice actors. Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
I wish I had your voice. You have such a wonderful, cool, calm voice. Yeah, I know that, and I know that takes some practice.
Oh my, yes. It can be learned. You know, at the end of the day, the tone is going to be different in all of us because of our vocal folds, but it's possible to sound as best as possible, you as an individual.
Certainly. Now, give me an idea of what is this challenge all about, this voiceover challenge that is being hosted by Film TT.
Excellent, sure. All right, so Film TT currently has a project running where they are trying to attract filmmakers because, as you know, we have so many beautiful destinations in Trinidad and Tobago, and we decided to marry both worlds. So just to give further insight, a series of conversations were taking place between myself and the general manager and film commissioner for Film TT, Miss Lesley-Ann Wills-Caton. And thankfully, she was very engaging and very excited because when persons hear voiceover, they automatically think commercial. They think TV or radio commercial, but it's so much more to that in terms of what we do as voice actors with our voices. So I felt like, you know what, it's time to really sensitize that and to just, you know, a lot of persons would also ask me, how do you get involved in the voiceover industry? How do you hear yourself on radio? How is that possible, right? So I said, you know what, let's do something about it. Because when you think about it, you have the music industry, we have the sporting industry, and they have all these initiatives, you have all these events to promote their industry. But when you think about it, you don't really have that sort of attention being placed on the voiceover community. So hopefully this initiative will change that.
And you know, when you look at our culture, like, and the way we tell stories and so on, we so easily, you know, switch up our voices based on the effect that we want to have. And we do those things so naturally without even putting much thought into it. But here's an opportunity for us to just, you know, be a major part of the creative industry and make some money through it.
Exactly. And I'm happy that you said that. Reason being, the voiceover industry is a billion-dollar industry, not million. It's a billion-dollar industry. However, the reason why it's a billion-dollar industry is because it's a business. And we have to treat it as such. It's an art. As I tell persons, I tell my students all the time who coach with me who wants to become voice talents, You have to internalize before you verbalize. So you get a script, you don't just read, you have to become the words, you have to understand the message. What exactly is the emotion when the copywriter wrote those words? What exactly is the feeling that they want their target audience to feel? So you have to engage, you have to tell that message or tell that story through your voice. And it is very possible. You just have to understand how to, and there's where proper training comes into play. Now, this voiceover challenge, when I said that we marry both worlds, with Film TT, you have the opportunity now to submit your voiceover onto the video, and the link is going to be available via Film TT's website, of course, as well as my page. I'm very active on Instagram, the Aisha Manrique. If persons want to get further information or even have questions, if they have questions, I'm always available to respond and to help, because I'm truly passionate about this craft. Because voiceovers, there's telephone IVRs, you have animation, again, billion-dollar industry, and we are so talented, right?
Yes.
As voices in Trinidad and Tobago, we are naturally animated. When we have conversations, we tend to, we switch up, as you said, we do it without even realizing that that is what we are doing. So you can get paid for this. You can get paid for your voice. As I tell my students, your voice can literally change your life.
Mhm.
I recently came from a trip in Atlanta, a international voiceover conference, and listen, there's a whole world out there with regards to this industry, and it's time for us to get our slice of the pie. That's how I see it.
And certainly, and what we're also seeing within our space is that we're having some of our creative minds, doing amazing things when it comes to animation. So pretty soon we're going to see full-fledged cartoons coming out. Now, how remarkable would that be to have our local animators marry their creations with our local voices?
Oh, definitely, that would be awesome. And I'll go a step further. Now, I'll just say this. This gentleman, Mr. David Dix, who would have received the opportunity to be the voice for Disney's Little Mermaid, that's going to be released, I believe, this week.
Yes.
And he was selected to be the voice for Sebastian. And as we know, Sebastian is a Caribbean role in The Little Mermaid. Now, he's not an authentic Caribbean voice. So I'm not saying that he isn't deserving or he isn't capable of performing the role. However, when opportunities like these arise where they need Caribbean voices, won't it be great if they select an authentic Caribbean voice?
And as you pointed that out, some time ago, I was just down this rabbit hole of just the internet, and the voice of Sebastian on the original cartoon was supposed to be a Trinidadian accent. It did not come across as a Trinidadian accent on the cartoon. So I mean, and then it begs the question: where was a Trinidadian person? Why didn't they not go to an actual Trinidadian person to put that on the cartoon and really have the authentic voice there?
Herein lies the purpose for my mission, because I think it's time for us as Caribbean voices, we Caribbean voice actors, we have what it takes. But if we are not sensitizing that we exist and showcasing our talent and our abilities, then certain opportunities will continue to bypass us, and that has to change. It has to change.
And tell me about the importance of even just our accents, because we've been trained for many years. You have to speak the Queen's English and that sort of thing. But there's value in the various accents. And Trinidad and Tobago as a whole has a wide variety of accents and dialects and so on.
Well, to answer that as best as possible, what I would say is what is trending now in particular is authenticity. They want you to sound like yourself. Sometimes persons think that in order to be accepted, you need to sound like them, or you want to sound more British, or you should sound more American. And I'm saying no. There's nothing more powerful than authenticity. Because yes, there would be particular roles that would require a particular tone or a particular accent. And there's where the acting comes in. If you think that this is a role that you can handle, sure, there are persons who train persons to have a particular accent. However, there are also many different opportunities where producers internationally are searching for authentic Caribbean voices. You have to bring yourself to a production. Don't try to sound like anyone else. Of course, articulation is important, but that genuine accent, it's beautiful. Listen, at that conference, I think I was the only person there with a Caribbean accent, and persons were mesmerized. And from the time they heard Caribbean, they were like, "Are you from Jamaica?" I was like, "No, I'm from sweet Trinidad and Tobago, darling." So it's all about tapping into what makes you unique. And once you build that confidence and understand the other aspects of the field in terms of your breathing, right, your posture, because all these things affect the way your voice sounds, right? I always, again, I tell my students, in order to be a successful voice talent or voice actor, it's not a reading job. It's a mind, body, and soul job. You have to give your all into it. And that is how you captivate your audience.
Great things. Now, very quickly, because we are out of time for this segment, but how can people get involved?
Get involved with regards to this challenge or overall
Yes,
in
get
the
involved with the
industry?
challenge.
All right, sure. So as I mentioned before, the information, everything is there via Film TT's website, as well as my page. There's a link in my bio, the Aisha Manrique, and everything is there. The video is there, the instructions are there. The deadline is June 15th. In terms of the winner, you're going to receive the cash prize, one-on-one coaching with an international voiceover coach, as well as there's a red carpet event where the winning submission is going to be played at that event. So this, I think, is an extremely great opportunity for our Tobago voices to show what they have. We
Yes.
are looking forward to hearing you. We are looking forward to feeling you. And as I say, before you verbalize, internalize, because you never know where your voice can take you.
Thank you so much, Aisha, for sharing with us this wonderful opportunity. And Tobagonians, please take up this opportunity. We need to get more of our voices out there.
That's right. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, great. Well, viewers, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll get into some more discussions with Assemblyman Atisha Charles Panton about some things that are happening within our space. Don't go anywhere.